Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of the Let's Play. How you doing today? It's kind of a rainy, dreary day today, but we're gonna do some fun stuff. I think we've got a couple of ideas. We're going to play with turtles today, and we're also gonna build out some tech. So I think also we may move up there. We'll see what happens, and we'll get out of this rain. We'll get into some snow. I think we'll have some fun times. Last time, or actually between last time and now, I went and I did some caving, and so we got some ores. That's kind of nice. We want to make sure we're efficient about those, so we're going to make some equipment to smelt that down, but get us the best bang for our buck. We'll make some induction smelters and some pulverizers and those kind of things. And then we'll also set up just kind of a really simple tree farm. And we'll use turtles to do that because they're much cheaper than loggers. So I hope you enjoy the show. So let's start by building a pulverizer. And if you come in here, you can actually search and find a pulverizer, and you can look at the recipe for that. Looks like we need some copper, we need some redstone and gold, we need this this machine frame, which requires a little bit of glass and a little bit of iron, and then we're going to need a piston and some flint. So if you'll bear with me, I'm going to just go collect those items, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, we're back, and we have moved everything from over there up to up here. So I think it's time to delete that home waypoint and make a new home waypoint. Aha! So now this is our new home. I have gone and I have collected the things that I need to make a pulverizer. And just kind of laid them out here. So boom, we have a pulverizer. Now, in order to run a pulverizer, you need some sort of power, and you also need some piping to run that power. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and grabbed the recipe needed to make stone transport pipes, and when you mix redstone and stone transport pipes, you get a stone conductive pipe. Oop, make all 8. There we go. And you're also going to need a power source. So, and as you can see, I searched it up here. We're going to make a Stirling engine. And what a Stirling engine does is it essentially burns coal and creates what they call MJ power, which runs the Buildcraft machines. So there we go. We're going to want to set these up somewhere. I haven't really put a lot of thought into that. But for now, let's just kind of make this station here where we're working from. So we'll put these in our bar here, and we'll create the pulverizer, and we will put a Stirling engine down, and then we just need to run some power to it. And this is actually incorrect, as I'm realizing right now. We're going to want a wooden pipe to suck the power out of that. Wooden pipes basically tell an item that it wants to remove something from it. In the case of this, it is the power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into this chest here. I'm going to grab 2 wood. I already have my glass on me. I am also going to grab a redstone. So a wooden pipe is just that. Now we'll take the wooden pipe out. We'll mix some redstone with it. I didn't change all of the wooden pipes, but in theory, there we go. Now we're also going to need a lever to turn this on. So I'm going to hop back over here, grab my wood, grab some cobblestone. I guess I already had some. And we're going to make some sticks and make a lever. And that more or less just works the same way it does in regular old Minecraft. Stick that lever right there. And do we have coal on this? If I take some charcoal and I drop it in this engine, it should just start burning. And you'll see the power is just kind of going up and over and in. And there should be a little power thing over here that's going up. So this is the battery reserve of the pulverizer. These colored boxes here, they actually correspond to the outsides of the device here. For output, we're not going to do any sort of automated output just yet. We will in the future. So I'm going to just turn all of those off in this configuration panel over here. And there we go. We've got a pulverizer. Now, the big value of a pulverizer is you can take something like iron and you can pulverize it. And what happens when you pulverize iron, just waiting here, when we pulverize this iron ore, it will turn into iron dust. And I think in this little box down here is kind of the 10% chance of you getting something else. So this iron ore will get pulverized into iron dust. One ore becomes 2 dust. So essentially what you're doing is you're doubling the output of the iron. And there's a 10% chance that nickel dust will show up here. Nickel isn't used until much later in the game, but it's good to start collecting it now. So we're going to let this run, and we'll come back to that. Oh, you know what? I'm realizing the reason this isn't running is because this switch is right here. So there's this redstone control panel where you can tell it what to do with redstone signals. This little redstone one here says it's disabled. See, now it's running. My bad on that. So we're going to let that run for just a little while. We're going to be doubling our iron output, which will be excellent. And so now we're going to move on. We're going to let that run for a little while, and we're going to use that iron in some turtles, and we're going to build a tree farm. But there's going to be a lot of waiting here, so I'll come back. Hey folks, we're back. So I pulverized some iron, and that is over here in the chest. There it is, iron dust. We got a little bit of nickel. And we switched over to doing some copper because we're going to need probably about 35 copper dust in order to make some of the things we're about to make in the future. And the output, the additional output of copper dust is gold dust, so that's useful. We need about 35. We have 20 now. Which means we need about 15 more, which means we need to make sure that there's about 8 in here. The 7 plus the one that's in there. I don't want to do it all because we're going to be working towards an induction smelter, and that'll allow us to get even a little bit more output out of things. In order to make an induction smelter, though, we need to get some Invar ingots. So this is an induction smelter. And all of these things we can make, buckets are easy, but we've got these Invar ingots. And what they require is that we use, where are you? An alloy smelter to combine 2 iron ingots and a ferrous ingot. And ferrous ingots just come from, let's see, these guys here. Ferrous ore. It's a little rare, but it's not too bad. We're going to want to pulverize that ferrous ore to get 2, and that should do what we do. But in order to make an alloy smelter, or I'm sorry, an alloy furnace, we need bricks. And in order to make bricks, we need clay. Where are you? Oh, we need brick. There we go. We need to smelt clay. So we're going to need to go run and find some clay somewhere. I know that there's some water over there, and I'm kind of hoping that we'll find something under the water. So I'm going to run down there, and we'll see if we can find some clay. Here we go. We found some clay. Alright, we're back up here with that clay, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it in here. As you can see, I already made a little tiny bit. And so what I want to do now is I want to increase the the speed at which this battery goes. So I went ahead and I made another Stirling engine. But when I place it, it's a little messed up. And so I can't place a wood pipe here. So I need to change the way that's facing. But just picking it up and replacing it, you know, from like a different angle or something like that, that just doesn't work. So what I need to do is I need to make what they call a wrench. And I know the recipe for the wrench is requires a cog. So I'm going to very quickly make a gear, a stone gear, which goes like this. Boom. And then I'm going to place this here, here, and here, and you get a wrench. And what this wrench does is when you right-click on something, it allows you to change it. Now when I right-click on this, nothing's happening, and the reason that's happening is because I need... Oh, you know what? I already have some wood pipes that I made earlier. Let's not be wasteful. Are they on me? They are on me. So all I really have to do is combine another redstone with it, and there we go. Now, if I place this wood pipe here, and then I hit it with the wrench, boom, it works. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what they call in the programming world a quick refactor. And so what that means is I'm going to change this piping around a little bit, and there we go. Now what we have is we have two engines that are inputting into that. Now I'm going to need to either create another lever or something so that that engine runs. So what I'm going to do is run over here and just quickly make a lever. I don't know why I went to the crafting bench, but I did. And while we're at it, we're going to move this lever to right here, and now we have... I'm not very happy that that's facing a different direction. Let's try it again. There we go. So now we have on switches for both of these. If we drop coal into both of them, the power that is getting supplied to this is twice as much now. Now what we want to do is we're going to, I believe, check on this guy here. We need just a little bit more. But we can start crafting this. So what I'm going to do is just create some brick blocks here. And as you can see, we're 3 bricks short. So as soon as 2 more bricks show up here, we'll go ahead and make that alloy smelter. While we're waiting for that, though, we can grab this ferrous ore right here. We'll run over here, and we will pulverize that. As you can see, that's going quite fast now. We have a great reserve going on here. And there we go. Okay, those bricks should be done enough so we can make our 8th brick. And there we go. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and make that alloy furnace. Excellent. Now, alloy furnaces don't require power, so I'm going to just go ahead and put this over here. Now we just need to make those Invar dust. I'm sorry. So what that is 2 iron and 1 nickel. So we'll grab the iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason we're grabbing 4 is because we need to make 2 ingots. Like that. And now we have Invar dust. And I actually did the math wrong there. We didn't need that much. We only needed the 2. So here we go. And I was actually incorrect, and I'm sorry about that. The alloy smelter is not required. That's for something else. I'm sorry, the alloy furnace. This is not an alloy smelter. I had forgotten that you can just create the dust and then put that in a furnace yourself. So that's actually what we're going to do. Excellent. So I'm going to go collect the other things required to make an induction smelter, and then I will be right back. All right, and we're back. I think I have everything we need. Here we go. So in order to make an induction smelter, we are going to need a bucket. There we go. We are also going to need a redstone induction coil, or reception coil, I'm sorry. We're also going to need another machine block. There we go. If we take these things and we mix them together with our Invar ingots, there we go. We have an induction smelter. Now we're going to go ahead and come over here and put that right there. We're going to go ahead and change the control status and turn these off. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a wire, and we should see that battery charging. Whoops. That battery charging soon as we get some fuel into these engines. Now, there we go. That battery is charging indeed. So the way an induction smelter works is it uses sand and mixes it with an ingot, or an ore, I'm sorry. And so, for instance, if we wanted to induction smelt some iron ore, we could go ahead and mix the sand and iron, and it will smelt that down into 2 iron ingots. There is a chance, though, that we will generate this stuff called rich slag. And what's great about rich slag is if instead of sand you use the rich slag with an ore, you will get 3 ingots instead of 2. So it's kind of like a little bonus. What I'm going to do is actually just go ahead and throw a little bit more ore in here so that we can see what that looks like. I believe it's a 5 or a 10% chance of generating rich slag. So let me go ahead and check that. Here we go. Rich slag comes from an induction smelter. It's a 5% chance on iron, 10% on gold. It varies, but you can see those rates here. As you can see, if you smelt pyrite ore, you have a higher chance of getting that. So let's go ahead and check this. As you can see, we've gotten some rich slag. So if I take that rich slag and I put it there, you'll see that what comes out the other side is 3 ingots instead of 2. And there you go. We also got some slag there. Slag is almost useless. It allows you to make rock wool, which is wool that does not burn. But it's not super useful. So that is how an induction smelter works. We'll probably use that for almost all of our ore smelting. So we're just going to go ahead and put these back. And there we go. That's more or less the basic setup for smelting ores. Let's check this power here. We're going to go ahead and change gears a little bit now, and we're going to set up a tree farm with some turtles. So the first thing we have to do is build some turtles. I'm going to go ahead and collect the items for that, and we'll be right back. Alright, so now we have all of the stuff we need for the turtles. So in order to make a turtle, we're going to need some glass panes, and then we're going to need some regular stone, and then you can make this computer, which is not particularly useful in and of itself, but when you combine that with, oh, we forgot the iron, just grab some iron here. When you combine that with some iron, those look like pants, but really what we're making is a turtle here. And then in order for a turtle to be able to mine, he needs a diamond or similar pick, and conveniently these green sapphires count as that. So now we have a pick, and we have a turtle holding a pick now. So now we have a mining turtle. Now, if you look at these turtles up here, there's like a felling turtle and a farming turtle and some various other things. As far as I know, there is no difference between most of these, and the mining turtle is the most versatile. So now that we've got that turtle, we're going to need to create 3 chests. And I don't know why I didn't just stack these into 24, but here we go, taking the long way around. Now we have 3 chests, and one of those chests need to be iron. The reason that one of the chests need to be iron is because the 3 chests for the mining script that I have can't be connected. So I'm going to go quickly pulverize some iron here and rectify our lack of resources. There we go, little lag spikes there, but we should be good to go. Now, I'm thinking we'll just go ahead and we'll set up the mining script to work on this tree over here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. The script that we're going to use inside the turtle is a script that I've written myself. It's very basic. I'll go through that with you. Let's grab this iron here. So basically, the reason I grabbed that iron is because we're going to make an iron chest so that it doesn't connect to the other 2 chests. Conveniently, iron chests also hold just a little bit more than a regular chest. They hold the same amount as a double chest, but they're only 1 block. They also do not connect to other chests around it. So as you can see, that's a double chest worth of space. So we have just about everything we need ready to go. So there is the turtle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and hop over to another window here real quick, and I am going to copy the location of this script. So in a turtle, you have this command line in which you can type in, and there's a command called pastebin. Now what that does is it fetches or it does things with the pastebin.com website. So if we do pastebin get and then we paste the unique code for my script and then we call it something like Jack, then what that does is it connects to pastebin.com, downloads the script, and then now if we edit Jack, we can see the script that I've written. I'm not going to really go into the details of how this script works, but I assure you that it works. So I'm going to exit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place charcoal in this chest, and I'm going to place saplings in this chest, but I don't have any on me. So really quickly, we're going to grab some fir saplings. And also, Jack here needs a kind of a starter piece of wood to compare to the tree. So the piece of wood goes in the left chest, and the saplings go in the right chest, and the charcoal goes in the middle. So now if we just write Jack, hopefully this works, and hit enter, he will go ahead and do stuff, although he doesn't seem to be working. So let me look into this and we'll see what happens. I suspect, yes indeed, he is out of fuel. There we go. And so now he's just going up and mining that tree. We'll just watch him here. Shouldn't take too long to get up there. Oh, creeper. Well, that was amazing. Hold on one second while I go rebuild. All right, we're back. Something here, I'm realizing that I didn't label him before. So if you do label set Jack, that names this computer so he remembers the fuel that he had, but he also remembers the programs he had. Because now I have to paste bin get and then paste again. And, oh, sorry. Paste bin get Jack, and there we go. Now Jack's working. And so now if I pick him up and I place him again, he'll remember his program. And we have to just quickly seed him with fuel again. That's a little bug I'll have to fix in the program. But there he goes. Looking around for creepers this time. I think in the next episode we're going to want to build some safety factors in. So we'll get some walls going, stuff like that. Let's check on him. See, he fills up his inventory with logs. And there he goes. He's off to the races. That other little bit of a disaster is there. I replanted that tree, although I think we'll keep it a little farther away over here. This is also extremely useful if you're annoyed with mining fir trees, because you kind of have to do that thing where you climb the trunk. So he's going to be finished here pretty soon. He's done. He's on his way down. So he's going to come out here pretty soon. There he comes. And he's going to just back right up and place another sapling. He's going to sit there and he's going to hang out for a minute, and then he's going to see if the tree has grown. If the tree has grown, then he will continue mining. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, the bone meal didn't work that time. Let me go grab some bone meal, and we'll make this tree grow. Oh, I have bones on me. So here we go. Why aren't you growing? Must be because of the leaves. I thought fir trees ignored the leaves, but maybe that's been patched. So we'll just let that run. But what's going to happen is every minute he's going to check and see if the tree has grown, and if it grows, he'll go and mine it out again. He does, at the beginning of every run, he'll place his fir logs in the chests. Oh, and here we go. You can see that. He has placed them in there, and he's just grabbing them, kind of making sure that these inventory slots are full. Otherwise, they get filled up with lots of other things. It's just kind of like a cleanliness thing there. And so here he is. He went back, checked, the tree hasn't grown, so he's just going to wait there again for another 60 seconds. And that is it. So that's pretty much it for the turtle farm. We're going to want to build out something down here to collect saplings. We'll probably just use obsidian pipe. Obsidian pipe is built the same way as stone pipe and wood pipe. You just put a piece of glass in the middle and obsidian on either side. What obsidian pipe does is it'll pick up something that's in the world like this. So if this dirt block was an obsidian pipe, then it would pick up these saplings here, and then we could pipe them anywhere we want on the map. For now, I'm just going to pick up the saplings manually. As you can see, fir trees generate quite a few saplings, and we'll put them right back in this chest. So that is how turtles work. Now, what we need to do is start to think about what we're going to make the walls to our base out of, worry about lighting. I'll probably light up the top of this hill, and we'll start to really build out some infrastructure. I think next time we'll probably end up focusing on fermenters to turn saplings into biomass, and we'll use biomass to generate power, because these guys here, they only generate 1 MJ per tick of power, and a biodiesel engine generates 5, although it takes bronze, which is kind of tough to make and expensive. So that, I think, is that for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the show, go ahead and like, favorite, and subscribe to my YouTube channel in this video. Thank you very much and have an excellent day.